Alright, see if we can get this thing to start up on some full 85 for once. Nah. There we go. Now she's running. Now I gotta clear every light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. That's all. 5 this time. Wow. Alright, so as you guys saw, we have the HP tuners here. I'm gonna show you guys how I kind of set it up real quick. I didn't record doing any of this, so it's kind of late. I've had this for about a month now. But basically the little USB thing, you're gonna plug that up to your USB, download whatever it says you gotta download, and then you go online to HP tuners downloads, download these two things, and then it should pop right up here. That's where my HP tuners is. Bam. So then you're gonna get this screen here. Yours probably isn't gonna look like this at first. So what I did, I had to call my boy Germ up because he gave me all of these things right here because they're all not gonna pop up. This tells you everything.
On open channel config, and then click on that, and then hit open.
Open.
And then it changed it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Holy crap.
That's everything in there. He can see everything.
So if you want to add anything, you just go here and you just type it in. So like if you want to look at your oil pressure, bam, and then you just click enter and you add it in, and then it pops up here so you can track that. So if you want to track anything like that, fuel, misfire, knock, all that good stuff, it's going to come up here. But in 1 second, I'm going to go out to my car, fire it up, and we're going to run all this because I don't even know what my oil pressure is because I don't have a thing. I keep my AFR gauge. That's the only thing I really track. But I have had this since my IATs on the track, and it was like on the hot day at LSA, it was like 120, but just cruising around town and everything, I've seen it from 75 to like 90. So that's not too bad, but on the track, that 135 is a lot. So we're gonna have to get like an ice tank or something if we're gonna be racing in the hot or humid days. I'll show you one of my files right here. Let's see if I can get it up. That's what she said, right? So I don't know how I save mine or what's getting saved, but when I go over here, I just search logs on my computer, and then this gives me all my logs. So if we come down here, when was I at LS Fest? This was the... So here is my log from LS Fest. This was, I think, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it was pretty humid. Sometimes I think it tells you the temperature or humidity outside. 102. I don't know if that's right, but it was pretty hot and humid on that Friday. But just sitting there at the track, it was 111, my IATs, and that's what you don't want. You want them like low as possible. And so basically, if I just play this here, you can see I don't have my shift points. I don't have oil pressure. I don't have any of that shown. So there it is right there. That's the log. So basically, you can see my speed's like so off. Like it goes like 80 to 100, which is definitely not true. I don't know, but so yeah, so I sent this to my tuner, and it basically told him nothing because I didn't have any of the stuff he really needed, so kind of screwed up on that part. So this did really nothing for me but show my IATs, I guess. Like when you heard my trans flaring up like that, because that's drove me crazy. 1-2, like we're not gonna get a 1-2 shift on the street more than likely, especially on them tires. So hopefully at the track he can, you know, set me up a better tune, or we can just get the trans tuned better at some point. So that's the goal. It's kind of why I haven't been back on the track, because I gotta, you know, get him set up for me. So the little device, the HP tuner thing, gets plugged in right here to your OBD2, and then you don't even have to have the, at least I don't think, I never plugged that USB in back in here. Make sure none of my Pornhub files pop up, you know. So click that, and then I'm gonna just click start. I was just like load Germ's tune. If I put this tune on here, I'll be dead. But I meant to say, if you want to tune, you gotta do wow, the hair is actually a mess today. You gotta do you gotta spend like $200 per tune, and or per credit. You get so many credits that allow you to tune, and you can send your tuner a tune or a log. Like Germ can send me a log, I can send anybody a log, and they can see it. But you can't load that tune without having credits on HP tuners. Oh, where did everything go? Hey, making 8.4 at idle. That's what's up. I don't know why the IAT. Alright, so my IATs are 64 right now, and the car is 178. It's been running for about 4 or 5 minutes now, but the I don't know why I can't find my oil pressure, but let's just go for a ride and then I'll see if I can figure it out here in a second. So I'm gonna make a video with the head cam, like driving my G8 around once we get back from that track event at Cecil, because we just gotta, you know, we gotta have a car for that at least. And then once that's done, man, we're gonna rip this thing on the street a little bit, have some fun with it. I gotta go to that event. I gotta have a car at that event. This is probably the first time I actually drove my car, like in this cold weather. It's only like 60 out. 73. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe the thing that Germ sent me isn't working. But also, I found out that when I put my old tires back on, it went way better. Like the shifts were so much better. And now that I have these tires on, now with the slicks on, it shifts terrible because it's not tuned on these tires. So it's probably a big reason why those shifts were just terrible on the track, because it's not tuned on these tires. That one too, it needs to know like when to shift. These tires are too grippy and everything. Plus with the track prep. Hear that like, but that's that quarter intake. We got a little 5-incher on there because, you know, everybody likes 5 inches. So I think that thing made a big difference on this car. So if you need one, we're making them. It's slowly, but I mean, we're like, he's the only one that can weld it, so I can't weld worth of crap. So you gotta keep that in mind. So it's gonna take a long time, but we'll get you hooked up. But like I was saying, I think that my fuel level thing, that thing was a pain to put on. If you go watch that fuel system video, that took us like forever. So I don't know if it's fell off or it just gets loose. I don't know, but I can't really keep track of my fuel. So that's what type of time we're on. But I'll be right back. I gotta pull up to my cousin's house. So yeah, then once you're done with your log, you just stop it. But if you're gonna do a pull, like a full pull, and you want to like track it, I suggest like as soon as you want to do the pull, start it, do your pull. And then when you're done with your pull, quick stop. So that way you can just have that pull for yourself to track whatever you're doing. So like I'm not gonna do a pull. I'm not gonna waste a pull right now. I'm just driving around smoothly. So because I gotta, you know, I gotta save the car. So yeah, the main reason I got the HP tuners was that way I could like log my stuff on the track and then send it to my tuner and just, you know, check everything out that needs to be checked out. It's not a bad device to have. It's like 300 bucks, you know. Got them affirm payments for like 100 bucks a month on G8 only. So hey, you can't really beat it. But I mean, I love it. Like it's good. It tells me everything I need to know, and if anything freaks out, like the only gauge I usually run right now is my AFR. If you remember, I had like there's 3 other gauges: the oil pressure and the water temp. Just never got around to hooking them up, nor did I really know how to hook them up. So, and the gauge pod here is like a couple $100 and it takes forever. So I just kind of rock this gauge right here. The LEDs freak out when it's like so far away. See, whenever I move the camera back, it doesn't pick it up. I don't know. You can hear that little humming noise back here, but I'm pretty sure the carrier bearing is like shot. She is probably about to fall off or break or whatever that thing does. So that's common G8 problem. So we'll probably have to figure that out here soon. Check the laptop stickers out, you know, pretty dope. I gotta get my little YouTube 1x8 going across here. But so yeah, here's my my coolant reservoir. This little guy right here. This sends all the coolant to the blower and then back down to the heat exchanger, which is down in here. There's my heat exchanger, and then you know, it just keeps it all cool. So if we get an icebox, the icebox would be in the trunk, which would be pretty cool. But here's that 5-inch intake with the cold air intake. It's pretty sweet. Definitely notice a big difference in like response and power. So that thing's pretty dope. Oh, what's this here? Oh, is that power steering? Yeah, shooting out some oil from my power steering. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's exactly what that smells like. Take a look at that. It's kind of, I thought oil shot out here somewhere. And I changed my catch can fuel, empty that. I had like maybe 1/4 full, and it was stunk, smelled like gas and old nasty oil. It's actually doing its job, so pretty hype about that. 20 bucks. So I think I'm gonna figure out how to get the oil pressure and all these other stuff to work right. So what I did was I just turned, oh shoot, we leaning out. That's not what you would, the car's just turned all the way on. And I did a log, I started it, and then it tells me oil pressure, all that. IAT down here says 138, so the car is just getting heat soaked right now because it's been off probably like a half hour, and every LSA person can probably tell you, every supercharger, it just gets so hot, whether they have ice blocks or not, after it sits. And that's why you see people put ice on top of them, or they put a fan over it. Definitely helps get the IATs down. Oil pressure's in the 40. Yeah, you want it like up higher, I think, up top. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason why I got this, was to kind of keep up to date on all this stuff and just figure out everything I got. You know, I can just plug it up every once in a while, make sure we're running right. I'm gonna call my tuner, go down there, or just, you know, just kind of have your own unit here to figure it all out. So I highly suggest getting this.
Right.
Hey, there you go.
I'm done, bro. I'm not. I want to change and I'm not with it no more. Me, man.
Well, at least they're in. Good job, Griff.